You know what needs to be talked about more? Overwatch. But not in the way you think. Overwatch is talked about plenty by its fans, and it's got a strong community propping it up to ensure that it remains the case for the foreseeable future. What I mean is that the people who should be talking about Overwatch more are the game's writers. You see, there's something special about Overwatch and how it presents itself. It's a game that's filled to the brim with bright and colorful characters, and we don't mean in just their physical design. It's got storytelling potential, and much of this has to do with the stories that the characters themselves are involved in.
You're one of those heroes, aren't you?
Not anymore.
We've seen similar things done in stuff like Team Fortress 2, where video shorts and in-game voice lines are used to breathe some life into the playable characters, but Overwatch takes this a step further. Hell, they take it a leap further. Under its surface as a team-based hero shooter lies a cornucopia of stories just waiting to be told. This is arguably the game's greatest untouched resource, as every time that the developer offers a glimpse into its lore, fans just eat it up.
Real life is not like the stories our father told us. You are a fool for believing it so.
Perhaps I am a fool to think there is still hope for you, but I do.
Take the latest event game mode, Retribution. It's a 4-player co-op mode wherein 4 characters who are members of the shadow organization Blackwatch need to escape hostile territory after a mission gone wrong. By itself, the mode isn't anything fantastic. We've seen it done before in games like Left 4 Dead 2 and Vermintide, and frankly, those two games do it better. But in Retribution, we get to see moments that were only hinted at through character interactions during the game's regular startup. We get to see the point when Gabriel Reyes begins to crack, and the foundation for his transformation into the monstrous Reaper is laid. We get to see the juxtaposition of Jesse McCree's moral compass and how the tactics used by Blackwatch led him to question what he's even doing there. And we get to see what Genji was like before he was able to temper himself under the tutelage of Zenyatta. The game's previous story-based mission, Uprising, does the same thing with Overwatch, the organization, not the game, at its height during the Omnic War, and how a group of young, scrapping heroes became the grizzled fighters you know from Quick Play today. Simply put, a lot of fans simply want more of this.
That is mine!
Damn it, Reinhardt!
Now, imagine if Activision Blizzard doubled down on the storytelling and began to offer more of these stories beyond the lackluster and unsatisfying yearly game modes. If there's any franchise out there that lends itself to move beyond the realm of the video game with ease, it's probably Overwatch. And notwithstanding the handful of comics and animated shorts that they put out, Activision Blizzard really hasn't explored this possibility with much seriousness. Can you imagine a dedicated monthly comic book run, or even an animated television series in the same vein as Star Wars: The Clone Wars? Overwatch is ripe for expanding its horizons into these territories and filling the gaps of its characters' past to give us insight into what caused the world of Overwatch to become what it is today. So far, we have fragments and a robust Wikipedia page to give us answers, but why stop there when there are so many clamoring for a deeper dive into the drama that these characters can offer? Overwatch has placed itself in a narrative position where it already excels at creating small story arcs and vignettes that focus on individuals or small groups of characters, particularly through their banter with one another.
McCree, we need to talk about your Italian accent.
I watched a bunch of old spaghetti westerns. I thought it was pretty good. Buonasera, signora. Can I get you something to drink?
Please never do that again.
We know what the relationship between Reinhardt and Torbjorn is, but why not explore that further with a buddy cop story? We know about Widowmaker's tragic past, but why not really pull at our heartstrings with it? We already know about the strain that Farah and her mother's relationship faced, but why not tell us more about how Anna justified herself? These are all stories that can easily be expanded on in a larger format. We'll have a better understanding of who these characters that we play as really are, how they're connected with the world, why they fight, and what their personalities are, and what they really think of each other. Overwatch has already done an excellent job with world building, and it has a strong, distinctive brand identity to go along with it. With the proper care and oversight and the financial backing that a company like Activision Blizzard can offer, Overwatch could potentially be one of the strongest pushes that a video game could make into other media markets yet. Who knows, maybe the potential success of The Witcher's Netflix series could be just what they need to see that they're sitting on a storytelling gold mine. All they need to do is start digging and see that hard work pays off.